Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Today we are going over this look right here. It is my neon liner and matching lip look. I wanted to do something a little bit more fun because my last video I did do more of a natural everyday look. So I wanted to spice it up this time. So thank you for watching my videos. I just want to thank you all who have subscribed and liked and shared and showed me support. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Anything you want to see, please comment below. And I hope you enjoy this video.
Welcome back, you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for tuning in. This is going to be my Neon Lights makeup tutorial. I am first going to start out by grabbing my Optical Illusion Face Primer by Urban Decay. I absolutely love this primer. A little goes a very long way, so just use a little pea-sized amount and dab it in to your more problematic areas. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, I'm just focusing around my nose where my pores might be a little bit more enlarged. You can brush it off on your forehead and your chin as well if you notice that you have a little bit more pores or acne, wrinkles too if you got them. Just in all the areas that you want to fill and blur out and get you ready for your foundation. And just use up what's on your fingertips. Once again, you guys don't need a lot. So once you get it rubbed in, move on to the next. I'm going to jump right into my eyes like I usually do. For those who have tuned in on my other videos, I obviously love Shape Tape. I use it for everything. I know I should find other products and review it for you guys, but I just cannot get away from Shape Tape. It does exactly what I want. So I am going to use this as my eye primer once again and get me ready for my base. It's such a matte concealer. I don't know if I've ever explained why I really love this concealer, but it's very matte. It's very, very, very full coverage with still being very lightweight. It doesn't make my skin look crepey. It doesn't settle. It's just amazing. So once you get your eyes done, move on. I'm going to jump right into my chocolate bar palette. Not sure of the color here, but it's more of a muted white to prep me for my colors I'm going to be doing. So I like to bring not only the primer or the concealer like I do, but I like to bring the eyeshadow all the way up to the brow bone to really just create a base for when I put on my eyebrows as well. So now I'm going to go into straight black. Usually I do not do black for smoky eyes. I love doing other colors like purples and reds and pinks. I just went straight black here because I wanted to add different layers on top and really ombre it into more of a purple color, but we'll get to that later. So here, I am using a crease brush. I didn't really detail the brush to you guys, but I did buy Morphe's eye set, and I absolutely love it. I think it's $25, and you get like 12 brushes. It's insane, and this is from that set. Absolutely love it. It blends very nicely. So just do windshield wiper motions in a rainbow form, back and forth. Honestly, do not rush blending. It is one of the most important parts of doing an eye look, especially if you're going to do a more dramatic deep colored eye look as well. So once again on the other eye, just go back and forth, blend. You can see I'm doing some circular motions in there too, back and forth, and then circular, just to kind of get it in. And I am bringing it down onto my eyelid, so it's kind of like a sidewards V. I'm just kind of cupping around my lid and bringing it down a little bit. So once you get that base down, I am choosing more of a deep purple, and I'm trying to pack it on the corners there. As you can see, it's not really working out in my favor, so I decided to grab my Fix Plus by M.A.C, spray my brush a little bit and wet it down so that purple is more of a foiled look and I get the pigment that I want. I believe I'm using the Full Spectrum palette by Urban Decay. I have been using this for my Halloween looks, so it's a little jankified, but I still love the colors in it. It's absolutely beautiful. So as you can see with the Fix Plus, I do get a lot more pigment than I was before, so I'm just kind of packing it on the corners there, and then I go through, I do both sides and pack it on, and then I go through and bring it up into my crease. I'm keeping it below the black though, so it ombres really nicely from that black to that purple, and then I'm packing it more on the ends. Go back and forth, you guys, as many times as you need to for it to look nice and even and blended. So going back to my Shape Tape, I'm grabbing a flat-headed brush, and this is also in that Morphe eye pack. It's just a flat head. It's very thin. It's so easy to work with, like carve out eyebrows with, or carve out your eyelids like I'm doing right now to get more of a crease eye look, or to just shape it out to get a nice blended look on your lid like I'm doing. You can see that I'm just carving out the front part of my lid, and I'm keeping the purple and the black at the end. I'm kind of, I'm using all the product on my brush. I'm not grabbing any more. I'm trying to dry that concealer out and matte it out, so when I put on my next eye base, things don't get too heavy and too gunky. So just grab a tiny little bit and pull it back to where you want, and just really stretch the product so it's a nice clean matte finish. Just keep spreading, and as you can see, I just did the inner corners once again, and now I'm going back into that palette, and I'm grabbing more of like a peachy pink color, and I'm using a small little defined brush. And once again, this is from that Morphe eye package. You guys have to get it if you haven't already. I absolutely love all the brushes in it. They work so well. They do not shed, they do not break, they blend exactly how I want. I have nothing bad to say about that eye set from Morphe. So I'm using a pink defined brush, and I'm going just on the part that I carved out to give it a really nice color pop. And then I'm going to go in with the gold a little bit later to blend in between the two colors and give it a lot of dimension and a lot of detail. So just keep blending until you need to. Ain't no shame in the blending game. I go back and forth on my eyes at least 2 or 3 times before I move on. It's like a painting. Like sometimes you just got to give it a minute, let it dry, let it sit, and come back in with fresh eyes. So here I am. I did use the same brush. I sprayed it with my Fix Plus once again so the pigment will sit on top of the other eyeshadows. And I'm putting a goldish yellow right in between the two colors to blend them both together just beautifully. Layers on layers on layers. It's like cake. So, as you can see, I have my gold pigment there, and now I'm just going back over my purple crease, going on top of everything so there's no harsh lines, and I'm blending the new colors with my old colors and just giving it a nice ombre look. There we go. So I love these MAC wipes. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to put it around my finger and clean up underneath my eyes and get me ready for doing my concealer and doing underneath my eyes. I don't want I want the corners where the purple is to be nice and sharp, not muddy looking. So that's another reason why it's great to start with your eyes, so you can clean everything up when you're done in case there's any accidents. So here I am doing my concealer with my Shape Tape once again. And I'm blending. When I put on concealer, I love to almost dab it into my skin, really press it in. You can swipe if you want to, but I feel like when you dab, you get a lot of the product into your skin. It doesn't crease. It really just leaves it nice and bright and preps you for your foundation. So now I'm going to go in with that same purple I put in the corners, and with an even smaller brush, and I'm just bringing it under my lash line because I'm going to put a different eyeliner in my waterline. So as you can see, I'm just doing that on both sides. Just bringing that same purple so everything's blended super nicely and the colors all come together. That is one thing about doing your makeup. Every step you do brings the look closer and closer, more together and being done. It isn't until I put on the lashes at the very end where I'm like, yes, that is what I needed. So as you can see, this is a No Tug by IT Cosmetics. It is a gel liner. It's amazing. I've never had this smudge or run on me. It lasts all day. It's such it's like gel. It's insane. I absolutely love it for the waterline. That's a good one. So as you can see, I'm just putting it on my waterline there and doing that. I messed up my concealer. That is why you're supposed to do eyes first, so things do not get patchy. It's a good thing I did not do my foundation. So I'm just going to fix that up for you guys quick. It's a good example of why when you do a dramatic eye, let's do eyes first. So, here's my makeup dance using Eyeliner by Urban Decay. I go back and forth with foundations. I have like a solid 6 that I absolutely love, this being one of them. When I do more dramatic looks, I love this foundation because it just is seriously like it's full coverage. I mean, this stuff is bulletproof. It's matte, it's full coverage. It does oxidize, so make sure if you go into the store, if you don't know too much about makeup, you do get color matched. But other than that, I have nothing else bad to say about it. I'm just using a different crease brush to clean up around my eyebrows and underneath my eyes, so everything's blended perfectly from my foundation to my eye makeup. Little touch-ups never hurt. And I'm setting everything with my Studio Fix by MAC, my by far favorite powder. I do, as silly as it is, love Bare Minerals Original Foundation, the loose powder. There's like a luminescence to it. Like, it's illuminating. It's beautiful. I love it as a topping powder, though. I'll never wear it by its own. It's just not enough coverage for your girl. So pat, 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 I dab that in as well, and now I'm going in for my under eye baking. This is it's an oversized flathead chippy brush for your eyeshadow, but I love how pointy the tip is. It's perfect for getting it really precise underneath the eye and not getting the baking powder everywhere. And I am holding the jar underneath the brush, so if I have any fallout, it goes back in. And while my baking powder sets, I'm going to do my eyebrows for you guys. I know I've done the same eyebrow look for you guys a million times, but once again, I start out by building my frame and filling in. I think that more brush strokes and eyebrows are coming back for a win as opposed to like the faded look. So you can see after I'm done kind of filling in my brows here, going ever so lightly. Take your time with brows so they're not blocky. You can see when I get to the very tip, I almost tip the brush like the long way and make little strokes as opposed to like a fade, if you know what I mean. Right here, I'm just doing little hair strokes just to make it look as real as possible. It's my version of a natural. Anyways, so just blend, blend, blend. You can see the difference. I obviously don't have any natural brows. Yeah, gonna do the other one for you guys. There's no rush in perfection. This blonde by Anastasia is a little dark for me. It almost pulls a little greeny. With how blonde I am, you have to be careful with being too heavy-handed. Unless it looks like you got like Kim K eyebrows on a Britney Spears face. Like, it is just dark. And I'm just using my concealer brush to touch up any mistakes I had. And I am setting it with my clear brow gel by Urban Decay. It's not my favorite. I don't know why I use it in every video. It's pasty almost. It's super thick. So I'm going to get a new one and give you guys a review on it. I just want something very lightweight where it doesn't make my eyebrows look plastered down. So go in and wipe that powder on. You do not have to keep it on for as long as I just did, but it all does the same. Just a beautiful finish. Kind of leaves a white contrast. Gets you ready for it. Look at that. No creases. Now for everyone's favorite part, the cat eye. I know I've said it a million times, but I like to dab my line and then go back and fill in. When you guys are doing a cat eye, you do not have to go all the way to the end of the outer part of your eye. I start my cat eye way before my eye ends, and I meet it with the end. See how I'm meeting it from the end up to the point? I start the first line before the end of the eye, and then I bring it up from the end of the eye and make that point. And that'll really help you with your cat eye. If you try to go all the way to the end and make the cat eye, it'll end up looking like a Nike symbol. So if you are one of those who have trouble with making a cat eye, try bringing it up sooner. And I'm not going to do the other eye for you guys because you guys get the point. So I'm going to go straight in with my bronzer. This was a limited edition with MAC. I absolutely love the bronzer. It's just such a nice warm tone, but it's light and buildable, so it doesn't go on too heavy. I'm going right underneath my cheekbone, and I'm going for an extremely defined look here. You do not have to do that when you contour. You can go as light or as dark as you want. I know some of you might see like the things on Instagram or YouTube where people do like 5, 10, 15 step contour steps, and no. I mean, honestly, it's just all preference. I'm doing this to bring out my cheekbones and look chic as chic can be. So once I get my cheekbones defined, I'm going to move into my cheek braid palette. This palette is amazing, you guys. I think it was like $65. They're all full size. I mean, who doesn't love Benefits Hulu? And not only does it come with Hulu, but it comes with Hulu Light and 3 different blushes. So it was just a great deal. I'm applying, I think it's California on my cheeks, my nose, down on my chin a little bit, just kind of bring it all together. Just a nice, perfectly soft pink, which soft pinks work really good on me. And now I'm going in for my highlighter by MAC, Global Glow. It's a mineral highlighter, and I think I kept, here you can see I like apply it and like do the whole works for you guys, but I noticed it just didn't give me as much pop as I wanted to. So I actually go back in and redo it all. I know, I'm crazy. I mean, it's beautiful, it's like natural face. You're going out on a sunny day, beautiful. Not really the look I was going for. I wanted a little bit more of a pop. So as you can see, just very monotone. Yeah, here, nope. So I go in with my Oh Darling gold highlighter, and that is what I was looking for, that pop right there. So I do go over everything I did. I just kind of cut it out for you guys because you don't need to see me fix my mistakes. Going in with Perversion mascara. How I feel about this mascara, it's okay. It doesn't really add much curl or volume, so if you're looking for just like a weightless mascara, it is very, very black, I will give it that, but it didn't give me much volume. I wasn't too impressed with it, but I wear strip lashes anyway, so I didn't really too much care, but I probably won't use it too much. And here's my daughter. She decided to pop in my video and pay me a little visit, so she's my buddy, she's my best friend. We're going to get her making videos soon too. So stay tuned for that as well. But I did just buy this Rich and Restless. It's more of like a corally orange. I know it's blending with my red background, but it's like a corally orange, just beautiful summer color. And I was putting it on my lip. I just went to go buy it at MAC, and I was like putting it on, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this on my eyes too, and that's kind of how the look got inspired. I never even planned on putting it on as an eyeliner until I put it on my lips for the first time and was like, yes, this is amazing. And because it is a matte finish, it works perfect as an eyeliner, so we'll get to that when I get to that step. The tip on this liquid matte is perfect. It's perfectly made for your lips where you can frame it amazingly. I have a really sharp Cupid's bow, and the fact that the tip of the liquid liner can do it without making it look messy is amazing. So as you can see, I just grab a tiny little paintbrush and I dip it just on the edge of the lip liner, and I go above my eyeliner, and it dried perfectly. It didn't smear, it wasn't messy at all. And what we have in our store for MAC, I think we have like 20 different colors, and I'm really excited to play with it. Like doing the dual lip and eye action, I can get on that. I can do that. I mean, it looked great. So I'm just aligning it all the way down from edge to edge above my cat wing, and any mess ups you do have, you can just go right back over with your black liner. Don't worry, it will not get too heavy or flaky. That is another thing that I love about the sketch marker eyeliner by Too Faced. It doesn't flake off. You guys, a lot of liquid eyeliners will almost like flake off. Like you can like scratch your eye and your eyeliner is gone. This one does not do that. It is bulletproof. I don't know why it's not waterproof, because it never ever leaves my face until I wash it and it breaks down in warm water. So I'm going to show you how to apply lashes here. I'm not the biggest fan of white duo glue. I think black glue is a little bit more sticky, but it's all I had in front of me. So I'm just putting a little bit on my hand. I'm taking the long edge of the lash. Well, right now I'm matching it to see if it fits. You always want to match and see if the lash fits. And once you know it does, and you don't have to cut off any excess lash, I like to grab the long corner of it and swipe it through the glue. You get such an even application with it. And if you do have any excess, you can re-dab it on your hand to get it off. And now what I'm doing here is I'm blowing. The tackier the glue, the easier the apply. So you just let it get super, super tacky, so when you apply it just sticks and doesn't run and create a huge mess. I mean, it makes your life and everything so much easier, so you don't get glue in your eye, on your fingers, it gets stuck to the bottom, and you're like, screw it, I just want to take them off. So just blow, give it like 30 seconds and apply. And do you see how easy it was for that to stick on? It was amazing. Since I did use white glue, it does dry clear. So as soon as all that white on the overcast of the lash is clear, you know it's fully dry. I didn't bother even doing the second part of the lash because you guys get the idea. Setting my face with some Glow Getter. This leaves such an illuminating, dewy finish. I absolutely love it. It just finishes my look. And there you guys have it. That is my neon eye lip tutorial. Dry myself off with some chocolate bar. Don't mind if I do. And there you guys have it, you guys. I really hope you like it. If you want to see anything else, please just comment below. Let me know if you are liking the videos or what you would like to see. I'm all ears.